radio. Shout it.
Now the BMF era, which I think the last entertainment era of Atlanta to me, what I see as Atlanta, why people were excited about coming to Atlanta, especially black folks. That was my last shouts out to Meech. He had this thing going on. Jeezy came up out of that fold, which are incredible. Jeezy, let me tell you something, that Thug Motivation, and I'm not even talking about the mixtape, I'm talking about the album, which was basically the mixtape. He captured Atlanta at that time to what, to me, Dr. Dre did for the Chronic.
I'm not mad at that. No, I'm not mad at that.
Shouts out to my nephew, Shorty Red.
What up, though, Red?
Blew me away. That piece of work blew me away. And that capsulized everything, really. And we don't have to get in details about the whole BMF. They came with the floss and all that, and that was good. I never seen shit like that. I get it. The lions at the parties and all that shit. Shouts out to Hannah, who coordinated a lot of that. But that era, even the rain, I mean, that was a cultural influence. It changed the direction of entertainment. But it wasn't bad. It just brought it up some more. Took it up a couple of more notches. That's entertainment.
Yeah. How did you feel, though, when you saw that rain happening in the club, when you started seeing niggas making it rain?
I was just like, damn. And I was just like, damn, you can't say keep it down, but like, damn. I was like, cool, that people got excited.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still part of the excitement that comes to entertainment. If you want to take something positive out of it.
Exactly.
It was the excitement. And that's what we need. That kept the momentum of shit that happened, whether it was late 80s, 90s on. It just kept that momentum going. And to me, that was the last era of real entertainment, because it not only the making rain, but it was the music. Shouts out to Fernando. Well, rest in heaven, Fernando. It just Shawty Rock. That was the momentum. Yeah. And that was really the ending. Now things got a little leveled off, and it's just it is what it is.
Now, Jelly, what I do have to ask you about, though, man, as an A-Town person, my damn self, we were rooting for the UNC camp to really be able to just take it all the way up through there, okay?
Right.
And then Walk It Out happened.
Yeah.
And we knew then, when that nigga said, UNC said, hey, man, we got the #1 song in the country independently. It was like, oh, my God. Them boys did what nobody thought that they could do.
Independently.
As
a label. I mean, there was some years, you got to understand something. Walk It Out didn't blow up. We had put out a record maybe 2 years before it really blew up. So that means we was doing a lot of groundwork. We was at clubs every night. Big was on telephone calls. I was out there reaching out to every DJ in the country, really in the world at that time. Shouts out to DJ Hot Sauce in Germany. I mean, I was out there. We was out there working every day, 2 years straight, before it really blew the fuck up.
My God.
And people don't understand that it don't happen overnight for 99% of the time.
Yeah.
It just don't happen like that. And that was a credible thing. We did it independently.
Yeah.
With our own money, with our own hustle, what we do.
My God. So when you think about that time, and then you think about the stain that you put in the game as far as DJing in Atlanta and just standing up for the city, where do you put DJ Jelly in there? What were the times that you feel like, you know what, I'm cranking this bitch up and y'all niggas better recognize?
I mean, I would say like really after when the technology kicked in and a lot of things started changing as far as people understanding the history, that's when I was just like, man, that's some bullshit. And then you got all these artists and other DJs going on record and misrepresenting our personal history, and or not even mentioning us. I was just like, well, we have to do our own thing. That's when the VH1 stuff started happening after the UNC. Well, UNC really kind of, when we blew up with the UNC situation, then people was like, well, okay, well, y'all, from back then? Oh, okay, we didn't know y'all existed. But anyway, from there.
Hold on, let me get back in here, Jelly. See, that's the kind of stuff that pisses me off.
Because all the people, it's the media. A lot of people, we got to be honest with ourselves. New York, LA, they run the media. And then all the artists that would come from Atlanta really didn't speak on it. Whereas I did an interview, whether it was Beef 3 or the QD3 stuff that I used to do, I would speak on everybody.
Yeah.
I didn't have no problem with that. I didn't have no drama with that. To me, it didn't make it sense. We all coming up.
Well, see, you know what I realized too, though, Jelly. What I mean, a reoccurring theme that's going through my mind right now is that y'all really had ties to the streets.
Yep.
And people do not want to put on a pedestal people that really got ties to the streets because they didn't got them damn ties.
Right, and it ain't an industry, and it's not an industry thing.
It's not an industry thing, but I can tell you what you meant to me and to my community because I witnessed it and I lived it, and it was a part of my life, man. So that's one of the things that made me angry too when I get to telling my story or just telling the story of Atlanta to folks. It's like, nah, what you got to understand is that, you know, if you talk about a club, and you talking about a party, and you talking about a crunk era, and you talking about two DJs that I know for sure that kept that motherfucker jumping, it was DJ Jelly and DJ Diamante. Okay. So now, DJ in that time, with all of that crunk ass music out, including y'all on camp music, what was that like? Partying at that time, man, because I know that energy. I mean, that energy.
It was nothing but high energy. We was all the way up here.
Yeah,
I'm talking about from the time I got on to the time I left off the turntable, and for years, you know, really, we ushered in that crunk era, and I got to send a shout out to Memphis, Tennessee, because we got to understand something. Atlanta has taken music from Florida. Yeah, New Orleans, and Memphis.
Come on now,
but we gotta respect that. But we morphed it into what we like to do.
Exactly,
and we made it more melodic. We brought other elements in. It is what it is, but we still had to recognize those other regions.
That's true.
That made us strong.
Exactly,
and then in fact we returned and did the same thing because I broke a lot of No Limit music. Shouts out to Kelsey and them. I talked to them the other day. Yeah. Like, we reciprocated that. Mm-hmm. Shouts out to Juicy J and Paul and them. I helped tear the club up.
Talk to me about breaking records and what artists paid the homage and the respect and understood what you did for them.
I would say my highest out of everybody to keep it 100 is really Outkast.
Okay.
And Goody Mob because just always that respect and love always. From day one, and really even in the latter, I mean, like Waka. Yeah, shouts out to Waka as well, man. Like that's just some real shit, and they speak and they have spoken on it before.
Exactly.